is from
Once there was a poor woodcutter who was good and honest. Every day he cut some wood in the forest and sold it for some money. One day, as he was cutting wood near a river, his axe slipped from his hand and fell into the river. The poor woodcutter cried and cried. The goddess of the river heard the woodcutter crying. "Why are you crying, woodcutter?" The woodcutter sobbed. "My axe fell into the river. How will I now cut wood? How will I live?" The goddess of the river went into the water and came out with a golden axe. She asked him, "Is this your axe, woodcutter?" He replied, "No, no. This is a golden axe. My axe is made of iron." So she went into the water again and came out with a silver axe. The woodcutter said, "No, no. This is a silver axe. My axe is made of iron." The goddess then brought out an iron axe. She asked him once again, "Is this your axe, woodcutter?" "Yes, yes," he exclaimed happily. "Thank you." The goddess of the river was very pleased with his honesty and gifted him both the golden axe and the silver axe. The woodcutter was very happy.
Good morning, children. Welcome to the English class. In today's session, we are going to learn something new. So today we are going to start a new chapter from your course book. That is chapter number 9, The Poor Woodcutter. So children, I hope that you all know the meaning of poor. Poor means the person who is not having enough money to have a comfortable life. And what is the meaning of woodcutter? The meaning of woodcutter is the person whose job is cutting down the trees. So this is the chapter related to the poor woodcutter. So in this chapter we will learn how the poor woodcutter earned money to live. Okay. So children, open your CB notebook, CB book and open page number 107. And you have to take out your pencil also. So before beginning this chapter, first we will do the warm-up exercise which is given on page number 107. On this page you can see various pictures are given to you in this exercise. You have to match the things with the people who use them. First I will read out the things, the names of the things. Number 1 is axe. Number 2 is stethoscope. Number 3 is brush. And number 4 is scissors. Now, looking at the picture, you can observe on the first picture, doctor. Second, tailor. Third, woodcutter. And fourth is artist. You all must be knowing these people. They are the helping people. Doctor treats the sick people. Tailor stitches our clothes. Woodcutter is the person whose job is cutting down the trees, and artist makes or paints the picture. So children, these are the things which are used by these people. You have to match the things with the people who use them. Now children, first picture is axe. As you can see in the book also, and I have drawn on the board also. This is an axe. Now this axe is a tool which is used for cutting down the wood. Okay children? So this axe used by the woodcutter. Okay, so you have to match axe with woodcutter. Second is stethoscope. Now when people are sick, they go to the doctor and this thing doctor is having. So you have to match it with doctor. Third one is brush. Now artists use this brush to paint. Okay, so you have to match it with artist. Fourth one is scissors. Scissors are used by the tailor for cutting the clothes. So children, I hope that you have understood these things which are used by these people. Now we will begin this chapter. So children, put your finger where I am reading it. Okay. So once there was a poor woodcutter. The woodcutter was a good man. He was very honest. Every day he cut some wood and sold it for some money. Now children, once there was a poor woodcutter. Why he was called a poor woodcutter? Because he was poor, because he was not having enough money to live a comfortable life. That's why he was known poor. And he was known as the woodcutter also because he used to cut down the trees. So once there was a poor cutter and he was a good man. Why he was a good man? Because he was very honest. He always used to speak the truth. So he was very honest. Every day he used to cut some wood to earn some money. Now the second paragraph is, one day he went to the forest to cut wood. He was cutting wood near a river. His axe slipped and fell into the river. The poor woodcutter cried and wept. Now children, one day what happened? He went to the forest to cut some wood. Now when he was cutting the wood, his axe is this. It is a tool used for cutting the wood. Now when he was cutting the trees, his axe fell into the river. Now in the forest there was a river also, and near that river there was a tree, and he was cutting that tree. Now when he was cutting the tree, his axe, the tool which he used for cutting the tree, his axe fell into the river. So when the axe fell into the river, the poor woodcutter cried. Do you know why he cried? Because he was a poor man and he used that axe for cutting the wood to earn some money. Okay children, now turn to the page 108. Now after that what happened? Let's see. The goddess of the river heard the woodcutter crying. Now when the woodcutter was crying, there was the goddess of the river. Goddess means a female god. So when the woodcutter was crying, the female god means the goddess of the river heard when he was crying. So what the goddess said? Why are you crying, woodcutter? Now here the goddess asked, why are you crying? Woodcutter replied that my axe fell into the river. Now he was crying because his axe fell into the river. Now he was worried that how will he cut wood now and how will I live? He was worried and he was telling to the goddess that he was having only one axe and from that axe he used to cut the wood and earn some money. And then he used to buy some food and he used to eat it. So the goddess of the river went into the water. She came out with a golden axe. Now after getting the reply from the woodcutter, the goddess of the river went into the water and he bought a golden axe for him. So goddess said, is this your axe, woodcutter? So woodcutter replied, no, this is a golden axe. My axe is made of iron. The goddess of the river went back into the river. Now when the goddess gave golden axe, so by looking at the golden So while listening that, goddess replied that okay, I will go in the water again and I will search your axe. The goddess of the river went back into the river. She came out with a silver axe. Now second time goddess brought the silver axe. Goddess said that, is this your axe, woodcutter? Then again the woodcutter replied, no, this is a silver axe. Now this time goddess brought silver axe. So woodcutter denied to take that axe. Woodcutter said, it is not my axe is made of iron. The goddess of the river went into the river again and she came out with an iron axe. Now third time she went into the river and she brought the iron axe. After coming out from the river, goddess asked him, is this your axe, woodcutter? Then the woodcutter was very happy and he said yes, this is my axe. My axe is made of iron. Thank you. Can I now go and cut wood? Now by looking at the iron axe, he was very happy and he said, yes, it is my axe because it is made of iron. So by getting the iron axe, he was very happy. The goddess of the river was pleased. Why she was pleased? Because this poor man was a good man. He was an honest man. Why he was honest? Because firstly the goddess gave him the golden axe. But he said, no, it is not my axe. My axe is made up of iron. I want my iron axe also. Only. Then in the second attempt, goddess went into the river again. Then after that, she brought a silver axe. Again, the woodcutter denied, no, it is not my axe. My axe is made of iron. I want my iron axe only. Then in the third attempt, goddess brought the iron axe. By looking at the iron axe, the woodcutter was very happy because now he feels that he can use that axe for cutting the trees and he can earn from it. So goddess was pleased because the poor woodcutter was very honest man. He was a good man. He never tell lies. So the goddess said, you are a good man. You are very honest. Take the golden axe and silver axe also. Now after taking the iron axe, goddess gifted him golden axe and as well as the silver axe also. So from getting it, the woodcutter was very happy. So children, I hope you have understood this story. Now what you have learned from this story? We have learned that the moral of the story is we should always speak truth. We should not tell lies. Okay? So remember that you should be honest and do not tell lies. Understood children? So read this chapter and you have to write down the difficult words and the word meanings which I have uploaded as a document. Okay children? Thank you and have a nice day.